Hello friends, so today we are going to discuss the project solar inverter using MPPT technology. So there are a lot of sections of this project. I'm going to explain each and every section one by one. Let me first give you a brief introduction about the section. So this is the solar panel section. This is the battery bank section, which is having two battery. This is your solar charger, or you can say solar charge controller using MPPT. This is your handmade inverter, and this is your first load, this is your second load, this is your third load. So through this one you can charge your mobile phone and all those type of things. These are the two USB port. So they are also like capable of charging the mobile phone. Capacity is 2.2 ampere, and this is 12 volt load output from MPPT solar charge controller. So now let me just explain you each and every section one by one. So first of all, this is the solar panel. So this is solar panel. So this solar panel is capable of generating 18 volt. Then that 18 volt is applied through this wire. So this is the wire. Through this wire you will apply this 18 volt to the solar charge controller using MPPT. So like if I talk about why we are using 18 volt solar panel, because our battery is of 12 volt. So if you want to charge the 12 volt battery, then minimum you have to use the solar panel which is capable of generating more than 12 volt voltage. Only then these solar panel will be capable of charging these batteries. So that's why we are using 18 volt solar panel. So over here you cannot use 9 volt or 6 volt solar panel. Now if I talk about the battery, so these are the battery. So the capacity of each battery is 2.5 ampere and 2.5 ampere. Okay, so combined, because they are in parallel, you can see that these connections, they are in parallel, plus to plus and minus to minus. So the combined the current capacity become 5 ampere, but still voltage remain the same, which is 12 volt. You know that in parallel the voltage is same but current is divided, right? Now the next section is this is your handmade solar inverter. So this is the on off button of the solar inverter. And this is the LED indicator. So whenever you will on the power supply of this handmade solar inverter, then this LED will be on. If I talk about this IC, the number is also given over here on this IC, which is 4047. So this IC is capable of generating the fluctuations for these MOSFETs. These are the high voltage resistors which will control the current going to the MOSFET. And now if I talk about this is the output for the transformer, right? Now this is the transformer. So bigger is the transformer, bigger will be the higher current will be the output voltage. So this is like DC fluctuations over here. They are converted into AC voltage using this transformer. So this is the secondary winding and this is the primary winding over here. So you will apply this transformer in opposite direction. Like most of the time what happen, primary you will apply AC and this secondary is step down AC voltage, but here you will apply these AC fluctuations from this inverter to this transformer secondary. This is central tap transformer and the AC will come out. Okay, the transformer right now this is of 1 ampere, 12012 means 12 volt, 0 volt and 12 volt. Okay, but if you will apply instead of 1 ampere, if you will apply transformer over here of let's say 2 ampere or 5 ampere, then the higher current you will get at the output. So this is the first load. And now so this is your this is your ready-made inverter. So in this inverter, this is the on-off button. So right now it's off. If you will on it, then there are two loads. So this load is for mobile phone charging, and this is again the load for the bulb. So you can apply small like AC bulb over here to test the working. So this is ready-made inverter. So there are lots of type of ready-made inverter in the market, but this one is perfect for this project. Now if I talk about this toggle button, so this is of battery on off power supply. So if you want to cut the battery power supply, then you have to keep this toggle button in off direction all the times. Okay, so this toggle button is work this one. And if I talk about this toggle button is capable of on and off of this inverter circuit. Now which is very important section, which is MPPT solar inverter. So this is solar charge controller using MPPT technologies. This is the most important part of this project. So there are 6 output port over here on this solar charge controller. So the first one, if you will zoom it, then you will see there is a sign of solar panel over here, plus minus this is solar panel sign, and then there is a battery sign over here, plus minus, and then there is a load sign over here, plus minus. Okay, so you can see that I have applied this is the solar panel, this is your like battery connection, and this is your load connection. This one is your load connection. So now let me just show you the working of this MPPT solar charge controller. So first of all, let me just on the power supply of battery. So if you will on it, then you will see the battery voltage. So now if you can see over here, by default this is the battery voltage, which is 12.8. so this is the battery voltage right now. And this button, through this button you can, there are actually main 5 setting over here. So this is the like the manual. This is the manual. I will share the link of this manual in the blog or the article written on this particular project on Circuits Bazaar website. Okay, so you can read it from there, but let me just show you the 5 main function of this MPPT setting. So first of all, this is 12.8. this is the voltage of the battery right now, and this is the battery charging indication. Over here you can see that battery is charged almost 90%. And over here, if the solar panel will get the proper sunlight, then there will be a solar panel symbol over here, so which will like just show you it's working, like solar panel is charging the battery using this MPPT solar charge controller. Now if you will press this button, then this 14.4 volts. So what does it mean? It means the maximum charge voltage of the battery is 14.4 volts. So this is just to save the battery from extra charge. So if you will charge the battery above 14.4 volt, then automatically it will cut down the battery power supply from the charging input. Now the next setting is, like, you need to press it. Okay, if you will press it, like if you want to change it, then just press it for 5 seconds, then you will see this voltage will start blinking. So now this is plus symbol, this is minus symbol. So you can increase and decrease this voltage. Let's say I want to increase and decrease. Let's say I want to increase the voltage. So you can see that it's increasing 14.4, 14.6, 14. So this is 14.6 is the maximum voltage it is providing. Now if you want to decrease it, then you can decrease it according to your requirement. So let's keep it 14.2. So 14.2 is the maximum voltage which this solar charge controller will provide to the battery. After that it will automatically cut down the power supply of the battery, so that it can save the battery from extreme charging. Okay, now this is 12.6 volt. This is actually called the reconnect discharge. Means if the voltage will go below this 12.6 during charging, then it will automatically cut down the load. Now if I talk about the third one, this is 10.7. so this is the minimum voltage a battery can provide to the circuit. If voltage will go below 10.7, if voltage will go below this, then it will automatically cut down the output power supply, so that it can save the battery from deep discharge. Okay, so 3 setting I have told you. Now let me discuss the 4th setting, which is 24 hour. So this is not very important actually. If it is on 24 hour, then manually you can cut and manually you can on and off the output load. If you will decrease the time from 24 hour, let's say just click it for 5 seconds. Now if you will make it like, let's say 23 or 22 hours, then in that case it will charge the battery during daytime, and during night time you can use the these battery as a load. Okay, so you can just give the power supply from these battery to the load during night time. So that's why I told you this setting is not very important. But the 5th setting, this is B1, B2, B3. Okay, B1, B2, B3. Let me just click it for 5 seconds right now. So you can see that it's blinking, so you can change it. So it's B1, B2, B3. Okay, B1, B2, B3. So I will keep it B1 because I am using lead acid battery. So if you are using lead acid battery, then this setting would be B1. Otherwise it would be like if you are using lithium polymer battery, if you are using lithium ion battery, then you have to keep it on like B3 or B2. But because right now I'm using lead acid battery, so that's why I will keep the setting B1 over here. Okay, now you can see that 12.8 is the battery voltage, and the load is also not there. So if let me just zoom in. Now you will see solar panel symbol came over here. Okay, if light will fall, so this solar panel symbol is coming and going because the light presence is very low over here because we are indoor. And if I'll put, let's say, mobile phone light, even then it is going to affect. Now you can see that there is a battery symbol over here. So now let me just show you how this light on the solar panel is affecting over here the indication of solar charging. So you can see that if I zoom it, you will see there is a solar charging indication. You can see that. So this is the solar charger indication. So battery is getting charged through the solar panel. Now let me just show you. If I'll place any object on the solar panel, then you will see that this symbol will automatically go. Just focus on this symbol over here. Now you can see that there is no solar charging symbol because you have covered the solar panel through object, so light is not falling, proper amount of light is not falling on the solar panel, so that's why the symbol is not over here. So if you will keep out of, if you will like take out this paper from the solar panel, then you will see solar charging indication will come automatically over here. So this is how it's working. Now let me just show you the practical like use of the inverter in this solar inverter. Okay, now battery is on, so battery will be off if it's in off condition. So now whatever the solar panel is charging, so it's not coming to the battery because you have cut down the battery power supply. So you have to keep the battery on if you want to charge the battery. So right now you can see that solar this MPPT solar inverter is charging the batteries. So and if you are charging the batteries, then keep this button of this solar inverter and this one off all the times, only then there will be charging effect on these battery. Okay, now it's off. So if I'll on it, you can see that this bulb is glowing. You can see that this bulb is glowing, and load is also given over here. You can see that a load symbol over here, and this LED is also on because this solar inverter is working. Okay, the basic working I have already told you. Now if I talk about this one, so you have to on this bulb, this button to on the power supply of this load. Now if you want to charge the mobile phone, you can charge the mobile phone through this port as well. It's very easy. You just need to apply the charger. Let me just show you. So now if you want to charge the mobile phone, then you just need to just take out this bulb and apply the charger over here. Now you can see that mobile phone is charging. Okay, if you will off it, no charging. So if you will on it, then you will see mobile phone is charging. So you can charge the mobile phone through this port as well. So now I'm going to off it to save the power supply, and you can also charge the mobile phone through this port as well on the MPPT solar charge controller. Now you can see that mobile phone is charging. So this is how your solar inverter project is working using solar panel and MPPT charge controller. Okay, so this is all about this project. If you have any question, just put your question in the comment box. And if you like want to buy the kit or want to buy the project, then you can go to the circuitsbazaar.website.com and you can see the procedure over there, or you can just message me as well on the given number in this video. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you like it. Even if you dislike it, then just please dislike it, or